The Challenge Season 41's premiere episode saw an iconic new threat paired with a pot-stirring veteran, but she doesn't need him to dominate the game. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. The Challenge Season 41's premiere saw the veteran players and their rookies, dubbed New Threats, pairing up, and though one duo worked well together, this iconic rookie doesn't need to be weighed down by their pot-stirring partner. The Challenge Season 41, dubbed Vets and New Threats, is introducing 16 new challengers into the franchise. These new threats were partnered with veterans during the show's launch special, with 16 pairs moving through the first competition in order to win power and immunity from the elimination. The Challenge Season 41's premiere had high stakes. Typical challenge veterans like Johnny Bananas, CT Tombarello, and Derek Kaczynski were all able to find partners that worked well in keeping them safe, but some of the veterans didn't have as much luck. Bananas, a 7-time challenge winner who's always known to stir the pot, was quick to take the rookies into consideration during the launch special. Making it clear that he was looking for a showmance rather than a partner, Bananas matched up with Survivor winner Dee Valladares. Dee shared in a confessional that Bananas was the veteran she was least interested in playing with. Dee, known to be a player who uses social manipulation to her advantage, may not be someone Bananas has seen in the past, but throughout the Challenge Season 41's premiere episode, she wasn't on the same page as her partner. While Dee was able to move through the episode without much backlash, it was obvious shedding Bananas' weight would be best for her game. Johnny Bananas paired up with Dee Valladares despite her concerns. While Dee made it clear in her confessional interviews that she wasn't interested in pairing up with Bananas, it was obvious that he wanted to pick her. Though it's not known if Bananas has ever seen Dee's season of Survivor, she was upfront during the Challenge Season 41's launch special that she was open to manipulation to win the game. Johnny, who watched on during Dee's interview and performatively asked if she had a boyfriend, was clear in that he wanted to partner up with Dee because he was attracted to her. As a longtime challenge veteran, Johnny's always been attracted to women who can play a strong social game. Obviously, Dee's physically attractive, but it's likely her personality was part of the decision. Throughout the launch special, Dee was hopeful that Bananas wouldn't choose her as his rookie, but he was set on the idea of having her as his partner in the game. After winning the first challenge, Dee and Johnny had the ability to save one pair from being nominated for elimination. Both knew the power was great, but a double-edged sword. Making it clear that he was looking to work together, Johnny was open to discussion about who to save, but Dee did her best to let him drive the decision. In saving one team from competing against Rogan O'Connor and Adrian Naylor, they'd be making their bonds visible to the cast. Dee wanted it to seem Johnny was making the decisions overall. Dee wasn't interested in making waves, but Johnny didn't care. Although Dee was interested in letting Johnny shoulder the burden of the decision about who would go up against Rogan and Adaren in the Elimination Challenge, she also didn't want to make waves through the cast. Dee's been known to play a slower game when it comes to social strategy, appeasing others until they trust her and can be made expendable. While she conferred with Johnny about the decision, Dee also didn't want to ruffle feathers coming into a new competition and changing things up. She knew that taking the fault of a pair being saved from going into elimination would be great for that duo, but wouldn't win her favor with other players. Johnny, who's been known to stir the pot, wanted to keep his side safe. When Johnny announced the duo's pick of which pair to save, he shared that he and Dee had discussed the options and quickly brought her name into the decision. Deciding to save Theo Campbell and Izzy Fairthorne, host TJ Lavin asked Dee specifically about the decision. When she tried to give a diplomatic answer, it backfired. Knowing that Johnny wasn't necessarily trying to stir the pot but doing it anyway, Dee got a little more heat than she anticipated for a decision he ultimately made for his game. As the vote on who went into elimination commenced, however, Bananas and Dee learned their act of good faith to save Theo, and Izzy wasn't going to do much for their game. Bananas' target's still in the game, but Dee has a quick out. Although the elimination ultimately went a decent way for Dee and Bananas when Justin Hinsley beat Rogan to survive another day in the game, the twist at the end of the episode left everything in chaos. Bananas was settling into his partnership with Dee, but the Survivor alum was likely overjoyed when she found out that there would be new partnerships put in place. Host TJ announced that after the elimination, there would be new matches made for each veteran and rookie, switching things up. Dee, who was hopeful she'd be able to partner with someone a bit more low-key originally, will now have the chance to move forward with someone who's a lot less reckless than Johnny. She also still likely has his good faith. While Dee was able to navigate the ups and downs of working with Johnny during her first days on the challenge, it's likely that being partnered with the champ would have left her game exposed more often than not. Instead of having to take the brunt of Johnny's smoke, Dee will have the chance to play more under the radar, which she prefers. Though Johnny is likely unhappy about the shift, the fact that Dee has the opportunity to play a game that suits her style better is a win. Dee's ability to move through the challenge season 41 remains to be seen, but the chance to play a game that works for her and without bananas orchestrating moves is always the superior option.